Alright, welcome Year 10 to a video on equations and formulas, 705. So what I've done here is put the textbook questions 1, 2, 3, 6 and 7, and I'll walk you through how you do each one of these. Sometimes it's just putting a number into the right part of the formula, and sometimes we have to rearrange things a little bit. So I'll be helping you with that as well. Okay, so let's have a look at each one in turn. The first one is about circles. Circumference of a circle, for circumference of a circle, that's around the outside. The formula is C for circumference equals 2 pi r. R being the radius. Correct in 1 decimal place. So all we do for this first one is finding the circumference. We do in a calculator 2 pi times 2.4 and correct to 1 decimal place. So on. Part B, find the radius this time. So the first one here, we had to find the circumference knowing the radius. This time we have to find the radius knowing the circumference. Now that means a bit of rearranging. So if we knew the circumference, C, so I'll put 200, that's our C. 200 equals 2 pi r, and the r is what we don't know. So this time, the first one we did multiplying, so all we have to do now is divide. Going backwards. So all you do is 200 divided by 2 pi. And that will find you what the radius is. Multiplying here in the first one, 2 pi times the radius will give you what the circumference is, what we're looking for. Second one, we're looking for the radius given the circumference. So there's our circumference equals 2 pi r. So what we do is we put 200 divided by 2 pi, and that'll give you what the radius is. Remember, 1 decimal place. So that's question 1. Question 2. The perimeter of a rectangle is P for the perimeter. So rectangle all the way around is length twice. The way they've written the formula there is annoying, so I've just rewritten it. I just expanded, so 2 times L plus 2 times W. 2 times L, 2 times W. Now we've got, what have we got here? The width. Got to find the width, so a bit of rearranging. So let's see. We've got the perimeter is 58. So we know what 58's there. 58 equals, the length is 12. So 2 times 12, because that's the length, plus 2 times whatever W is. Okay, so 2 times 12 is 24. So I'm just going to move that 24 over to here. 58 minus 24 will equal whatever the W is twice. So once you work that out, divided by 2, and that'll give you what the width is, what we're looking for. Okay, number 3 down here. Number 3. Converting meters per second to kilometers per hour. And there's our formula. So what's K? K, does it tell you? K must be the kilometers per hour. Okay. Yep. Okay. K is the kilometres per hour, and 3.6 m is the meters per second bit. Okay. So K equals 3.6 times whatever the meters per second is. Okay. Now, to make it interesting, they've switched it around, so we're going to find out what this is, knowing what this is. So the K is 110 equals 3.6 times what we're looking for, the meters per second. So I'd say probably all you have to do is divide by 3.6 will give you the answer. How many meters per second? Yep, that's how you do that one. Next. Question 6 over here, converting Fahrenheit to Celsius. Okay, converting Fahrenheit to Celsius. So this one is fairly straightforward because all you have to do is put here where F is each one of these numbers in turn. I'm just going to bring up the calculator. Okay, just to show you. So we're going to find the temperature in degrees Celsius to correct to the nearest degree. And I'm going to do an example that's not here, just to show you what to do. So let's say Fahrenheit is 72. 72 for Fahrenheit. I'll just put that here. Our example, e.g. 72F. Okay. So what is 72 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius? So we start with our fraction, 5/9. And that'll be times, in the bracket is whatever the Fahrenheit number is, 72, minus 32. So in your answering, you put 80 there instead of 72, then you put 32, then you'll put 212 and 102. Here where I put the 72. Bracket. And if it comes up like that, just the SD button. That looks like it's to the nearest degree is 22. So 22 degrees Celsius is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That's that one. 7. Let's go over here. Body mass index of an adult B, I may imagine that's body mass index, is M. What's M? M is the mass, I imagine that's of a person, in kilograms. So M in kilograms and H is the height in meters. Okay, squared. Alright, so this first one, let's do an imaginary example. Let's just say your mass is 100 and your height in meters is 1.9. That's your height, that's your mass, and you've got to square that. What would that be? Fraction 100 over 1.9 squared. That's your body mass index, 27.7. One decimal place, yep, 27.7. So here, 72 is the mass, and height is 1.85. squared. So that's what you do for that one. The mass of a person with a BMI of 24 who is 2.1 meters tall. Right, so a bit of rearranging. So BMI 24 equals, well, we're looking for the mass, so the top. Don't know what that is. Bottom is 2.1 squared. So since fractions are dividing and we've got to clear all this up, what I do is 24 divided by 2.1 squared should give you what the mass is. Thank you.